What's up, YouTube? Photoshoot here, and we are back with another um, tournament recording of the last Tengu Rumble, where I played my scrap deck, and we are in round 3, facing Violet. So Violet's pretty new to Tengu play. I think it was her first tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong, and people told me that, so I don't know. Could be wrong, but yeah, I think. We were pretty new to the format, so cool seeing more people join this format. I think it's the best retro format in Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's cool to see this grow, of course. But yeah, we will see how she is going to face off against the scrap deck here. So we are both 1-1. I think she won against Thailand round 1. I don't know what she lost to in round 2. So I go first. I open Chimera, Horn, Dark Hole, MST, and Call. Kind of very mediocre hand. She opens with Duality, Future Fusion, Dr. Hero Blast. So her hand is really good if she draws a monster or gets one with Duality. Like having a Future Fusion is cool. I'd like the Blast and the Spark, obviously. That so I see a Tengu with Duality. That's like a good monster. Otherwise, this hand would be kind of meh. I set the Horn and set the MST. Since I knew she was on Hero, so I potentially was looking for end-phase space Typhoons on Gem Spark. She gets a Rhoda, so her hand is online now. She activates the Future Fusion, so I don't get my end-phase space, but I get the MST or the Future Fusion. So no Miracle Fusion setup. She summons the Alias, which is obviously strong. And yeah, goes in battle. If you go to battle step, she is the turn player, I'm checking here if she wants to activate something, since it's obviously hero with a potential gem spark. So before we go into, I kinda had to read that she had the gem spark. So before the damage step, we go into battle step. She uses the turn priority. Hits the gem spark and hits the horn, which is fine, I guess, since she has the hero blast in hand. But yeah, could have been a bait by me. I mean, if she attacks into horn, it's the game is basically over if you look at her hand, since the hero blast can't pop the Tengu now. Like, she can use a dash shoot, but yeah, then that's very mediocre. So she kind of has to play around horn here. Sets everything. I mean, both of those are chainable. She draws into a bottomless trap hole. So Dashu gets rid of my Chimera, which didn't do much anyway. I attack direct. I draw into Core. In Book of Moon, she attacks the Thunder King. I feel like I can book this. I draw into another Chimera. I think I checked the log. I just hard drew it again. And I was like, okay, if this is Mirror Force, it's fine. If it's bottomless or prison, it's I really need to get this Thunder King off board. I also have the Cordo back it up. So yeah, she bottomless is here. So yeah, we get rid of that. So she uses the Hero Blast here, and gets rid of the first Tengu. The second Tengu comes down. She deals with the second one, so she has that with her Tengus. I go for a core play, go for Utopia. I don't have just my Tengus going on here. My scrap engine is not online. Hit over the Alias. I felt like, okay, at this point I have to attack her. Honest. She top decks into Miracle Fusion, but luckily I had the warning. Here's where I made a mistake. Like, I was like, okay, is he really playing Gors? Looks like your lists are starting to maintain Gors, especially when I drew the solemn warning here. I could have potentially just waited with the attack, and set the warning and go for the attack next turn to be really sure. Like, what this does here is she's not attacking with the Gors. So at least to get materials off. That's interesting. Like, it makes me waste here Dark Hole here, and now it's depends. It's a top deck war. So Thumb's Beast. I actually pass here since I play around Snowman Eater, which is going to come up later. Now I attack, and I can safely attack into the Snowman Eater since I have a Scrap Chimera in hand. So if he pops my Beast, I can just go for a Chimera play. And now he sets the Snowman Eater. So I have the cool line for lethal here. I sack the Heavy Storm here. Go for a Synchro into Scrap Chimera. I'm not going for the pop on the Snowman Eater. I just run with my Scrap Tank into it. Snowman Eater kills it. Dragon summons back the Beast for game since she's in 1600. So yeah, next game, E-Coach into Stratos. That's a good hand, and I get Dust Shooted again. Like, people love to Dust Shoot me in the tournament. At this time, it's crippling. Like, my hand would be really good with the Storm Beast and Horn in hand, especially with the Lance and back it up. I call an MST, but the Dust Shoot completely cripples my hand, and you feel like you see in the chat wasn't happy since I got Dust Shooted a lot in the other games as well. Yeah, kind of unfortunate, and at this point it's lost. Like, she drops a Thunder King. I try to go for a random space to prevent the bottomless. But yeah, you also see she has Honest in hand, so yeah, this is super. She goes for the bottomless. I land here. I can't attack over anything. I would have probably run into Honest anyway. No, she drops the Honest, it's over. Like, that was a quick game 2. So we go into game 3. Was like, okay, I have to slam this Thunder King. I have to slam this Thunder King to prevent any searchers. Actually draws into double Thunder King as well. A Gemspark in the Alias, Hero Blast, and decides to Dark Rolling. I'm not sure about this Dark Roll. It's like, you have potential to have stuff on board to deal with the Thunder King, like you have an Alias and a Gemspark. So I think this Dark Roll is kind of unnecessary. Like, even if I go for an Alias normal sum and I decide to warning that, then you can still slam the Dark Roll. But like, you don't have any search cards, so I feel like this wasn't necessary. Like, one case you could have made is that she wants to summon the Thunder King herself, then Dark Roll becomes valid, I guess, but she goes for the Alias Nomism anyway, which is the correct play in my opinion. But yeah, I think it was kind of unnecessary to slam Dark Roll. And yeah, I attack. She goes for the Gemspark again, so tries to hit my back row. I feel like I made a good trade here. Like, it wasn't even bluffing it. I wanted to attack into the Alias with a forbidden damage step, Forbidden Lands. But yeah, she's just hit with the MST, draws another spark. Yeah, I set Forbidden Land. I set an MST. So she goes for the Duality, a Chain Caller, call on Thunder King, and Duality actually fizzles. Yeah, goes for the that was really fortunate. Like, she sets the Gemspark with an MST, just this Gemspark and face space it. So yeah, really close back and forth here between Scraps and the Euro deck. And yeah, then I have I think I could have gone for game here, but I want to play around Gors. But yeah, I feel like this is super over anyway. So, like, even if she rips Miracle Fusion, which is dead, but she could grip it with a normal some Thunder King hit off of my Scrap Dragon, I can still Forbidden Lands. So yeah, I go for Scrap Dragon here. Attack with the Scrap Dragon just in case she has Honest. Go for Stardust, and yeah, kind of breaking her. She was kind of breaking her monster. Like, the only thing she could have maybe played differently was like saving the Dark Hole. Since I feel the Gemspark she did was suboptimal for her situation. Like, it was basically an out on my part, and they could freely hit the Tengu again. But yeah, interesting matchup. I like it a lot. Feel like we had some cool games. So yeah, that was round 3 of the last month's Tengu Rumble.